Young boy, I thought we would start with a very fun question here. This comes from Les Commission 7252.
Oh
He said,
shit. Okay.
he says, question for Josh. I've been listening to the show since 2021, which doesn't feel long. At first, I thought you were light skinned until you guys started going live on YouTube. How often do people that listen to the show mistake your race?
Oh man, this could be so dangerous of a question.
Dangerous.
Peligro. I don't know, man. You know what, Jeremy? Maybe you have some insight here. Why do so many people that associate with social suplex and or going back to the wrestling squared circle days, or what's our group called?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Facebook group was Wrestling
Okay.
Squared Circle.
Well, see, it's always fucking weird because most people think of the wrestling squared circle and they think of
The
the Reddit, but we had the wrestling squared circle, I think, before the Reddit existed,
I think so. Yeah.
or maybe we stole it from them. I don't know, but but people have for whatever reason always thought that I was black, and I don't know if this is just because I'm being lumped in with y'all. Like guilty by association, right? Or am I appropriating far too much and basically catfishing the world, even if that's not my intention? Like, am I crossing lines, boundary lines with my behavior, my speech, that I shouldn't be crossing? Like, what's the deal here? Why does this keep happening?
I don't know. I've never thought of you as to cross the line, and yeah, I think it's by association. Obviously, you hang out with me, Rich James, a lot. We're the four horsemen, the pillars of social suplex, and the mastermind behind FOH. So I guess people just assume, I think Rich is probably out there the most out of all of us, and
the blackest wrestling podcast must mean the blackest wrestling podcast
network.
Never mind, we hosted 2 episodes of the Wrestling Walsh with Caleb Bathtub Baldwin, and that pretty much puts that entire claim to rest right there.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess it's just that, man. But
the greatest 2-episode run of any podcast in the history of the internet.
It can still be heard on the network feed on YouTube.
I don't know, man. And then the question is, well, then it starts getting into, what's my deal? Why am I trying to compensate for something? Did my ancestors do something that I feel I must make amends? Like what is my deal?
Yeah, I mean,
I got issues.
And the funny thing too is, like, obviously we've been doing the show now since the end of 2017, and yeah, you're not really like a big social media person, but there have been several pictures of you over the years with us since 2017, where I'm like, I'm still surprised, like now, like 2025, people are like, what?
Yeah,
he's not black.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the biggest reveal was Wrestling Squared Circle. It was like a Tampa WWE show.
Yeah.
And like we posted, like you were like, trying to get people to meet up, and everybody was like, oh, Josh is not black. It was like a mind blown.
Let's be clear. I wasn't trying to meet up with anybody. I'm not trying to meet up with people. All right. No, yeah, we all attended the show, but in different groups. So like we didn't know where one another were within Amalie or the Ice Palace or whatever the fuck. And we were sharing selfies, and I didn't post selfies on that group very often. I posted one. I was like, I'm out here. And people were like, oh, like there was all these mind blown, like, and I was like, what the fuck? And they're like, you're not black? And I was like, what? The funny thing is too, is like, I don't know. I'm not able to outrun these accusations, because I mean, as well as I do, Jeremy, that I hang out with a lot of black people, not just in the wrestling world, just in
Right.
life and
What's up, Reggie?
What's up, Reggie? What's up, Elijah? Yeah, my brother is black. I grew up in like black Pentecostal churches, multicultural ethnicity backgrounds, so I don't know. Like I've just been, and I always try. The funny thing is I'm always trying to be as mindful as possible to not like come across the wrong way in some way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or, just try to be respectful. But I don't know. I guess I'm giving off a vibe. I don't know what I'm doing.
Got a vibe. Oh man. So yeah, that's fun. Yeah. So ruining Christmas here for everybody that still thinks you're black. Josh is not black.
It's okay. I never was. Tomorrow I won't be. That's not going to change. If you've been listening to the show, my blood is still red. My heart is the same. My takes have not changed. We can only do the best we can do. We got to trudge on, keep on keeping on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh man.